Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news the IMF is calling out China's dangerous credit problem. However, first up today, the latest dairy auction was a disappointment. Prices did not gain as the derivatives market signalled. In the end, they were essentially unchanged in US dollars, dipping just 0.4% overall. However, given the fall in New Zealand dollar since the last auction, these prices actually represent a gain of 3% in New Zealand dollar terms. Among the key components, there were few movements of note. This was a market event that gave no hint of future direction for dairy prices. There will be no forecast milk price changes based on this. In the US, retail sales recorded their biggest increase in 7 months in July as consumers boosted purchase of cars and raised discretionary spending, suggesting that their economy continued to gain momentum early in the third quarter. This start is somewhat at odds with the weak car maker reports, but their sales to the car rental companies, which were very much lower, aren't in consumer retail sales. Along with higher retail sales, business inventories rose a little, which is where some of that car production probably went. A detailed national survey by the New York Fed shows household borrowing is growing modestly, but credit card delinquencies are rising. Total household debt rose 4.5% to $12.8 trillion in the second quarter of 2017 from the same period a year earlier. There were small increases in mortgage, car and credit card debt, no change to student loan debt, and a decline in home equity lines of credit. Flows of credit card balances into early and serious delinquencies climbed for the third straight quarter, a trend not seen since 2009. American household credit may be generally under control, but the same cannot be said for China, according to the IMF. They are warning that China's credit growth is on a dangerous trajectory. They say there is an increasing risk of a disruptive adjustment and a marked slowdown in economic growth, and they want to see decisive action to deflate the credit boom smoothly. And investment in and by China is shrinking. Inbound foreign investment stopped growing and actually slipped 1.2% in July from a year earlier. But Chinese outbound foreign direct investment plunged 44% on the same basis. In Canada, sales of existing homes in July fell from the prior month, the fourth straight monthly decline amid a widespread cooling of the Canadian housing market. Sales volumes are down 12% year on year, and the national average prices are unchanged from a year ago, having given up $80,000 in gains in the past 4 months. The average Canadian home sells now for $478,700. In Australia, political conversations are getting extreme and silly. All sorts of unseemly accusations are flying about, quote, the day New Zealand conspired to take down Malcolm Turnbull, unquote. The Trumpification of political discourse has gotten seriously out of hand, both in Canberra and in their news media. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield is higher today, now at 2.27%. The price of oil is unchanged today at $47.50 a barrel, while the Brent benchmark is still at $50.50 a barrel. The price of gold is lower, however, down $7 to $1,273 an ounce, and the Kiwi dollar will start lower today at 72.3 US cents, a 1-month low. On the cross rates are unchanged at 92.5 Aussie cents and 61.6 euro cents. As a result, that puts the TWI at 75.1. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.